Howdy folks, welcome to another episode. In this video, I'll be making a futuristic diorama with a mech and a soldier accompanying it on their final patrol. To build a mech, I'm digging not so deep into my bits box. These are roughly the items I'll be using from the box. In order to build a mech, first I need to build its torso. This detergent cap and the LED light bulb cover will do the job. I just need to cut off the excess piece and glue them together. These deodorant bottle pieces look nice for leg or arm sockets. And coke caps fit well to represent shoulder parts. I will use plastic cutlery for arms and legs. 3 of them glued on top of each other gives me a good thickness. Once I have the body, arms and legs ready, rest is just working on the details. I'm starting with the torso. Always sand your plastics so the paint sticks better. These Y-shaped parts look interesting. I'll cut them out to use them somewhere on the body. A plastic hanger is something I can use to add thickness to the upper legs and better fit them to the leg sockets. Although, later I'll need to clean them off before attaching legs in these pieces. While waiting for the leg pieces to completely dry, I'm looking for parts from the bulk for shoulder sockets. Making sure the arm fits nicely in between 2 caps. In order to make this mech wider and bulkier, I decided to add 2 more caps. I felt like the arms didn't look mechanic, so I decided to add these syringe pieces and complete them with dowel ends. These circular plastic pieces holding the caps on bottles. I don't know what they're called, adding them for detail. Here I'm looking for a proper position for the legs. This is the most challenging part of the build for me. Now I'm cleaning inside of the hanger pieces to tightly fit the legs in them. Cutting the plastic cutlery in order to give the legs a bent position. These are parts where the glue needs to be very strong, so I'm sprinkling baking powder on the glue. I had these printer cartridge caps and figured they do an okay job as feet. And these dairy caps to complete the feet. using this cable trunk piece to create some sort of armor plating. like the reactive armor plates on modern tanks. I decided for it to have an asymmetrical eye, or a camera maybe, and again using another round plastic piece to cover around it. Using the ends of plastic toothpicks to create some sort of a detail on it. Started with thinking they'd be some sort of a leather, but when it was done it didn't matter, just another detail piece really. I found 2 straws from the pile, thinking they'd be good to replicate some sort of a pipe or cable behind the knees. I'm building a unit here for its back. Didn't think much of it. Just like the texture of these dowels, it ended up looking like a cooling unit, just like what a fridge or AC unit has. The top side looked way too round to me, so I decided to add some details with zip ties to give it a more parts are put together look. Now's the part where I dread the most, the hands. I'm using plastic forks here for palms and coffee lid covering plastic things for fingers. Banding the fingers with soldering iron. I figured I could use the leftover plastic sticks to buff up the back of its hands for more detail. I'll start on its weapon. Again, from the pile I found some interesting items. This looks like a scope, and this could be the nozzle. Adding leftover plastic to the sides to give it random details. I found this, I believe, a Kennex piece and will make a magazine from it. It fits perfectly on the weapon. Bottom part of another dowel for the weapon's stock. I cut off some plastic off the camera and filled the gaps on the Canex piece. Once complete, it looks like a joke, but then I primed it with Vallejo acrylic black and a coat of Revell sand color. Then it started to look like something. Now the details. You can find the list of paints I used in the description. There are many parts I added off the camera, or I couldn't record them, like the handle, things in the backside, or the number plates around the cooling unit, and so on. As of recently, I started to enjoy applying stencil paints on my models. Since this is a military vehicle, I decided that it should have some sort of a unit badge, which is spayed here, and the random letter and number. Adding chipping details, first using the base color and then touching lightly with steel color over it to show some wear and tear, paint chipping and aging of the unit. Also dry brushing lightly to add detail and depth. I'm finishing with the paint job by applying burnt umber and black washes to show dirt, rust and grime. I'm painting the only figure I'll be using in this diorama. Since I paid most of my attention in painting the mech, I don't have much to say about painting the figure. I'm preparing a base of 21 by 21 centimeters using a pre-cut MDF board and XPS foam. I want a road splitting the scene, using a foam board for it. I want it to have a worn, cracked texture, so scratching it with random patterns and depth. Preparing a mixture of wall plaster to create some random looking rocks. Takes about an hour to dry and crumble. I will need just one tree and a broken one, so as usual I'm using twigs, branches and toothpicks to put together a tree. I glue the pieces together and then paint them with brown craft paint. Then apply black wash to blend all together. Put on glue to apply the flock. While waiting for the tree to dry, I'm preparing the surface to apply some dust and crumble leftover from the rocks I made. Foam board is smooth and this will give the road a bit of a texture. I'm gluing the spots in between the rocks to apply crumbles. Painting the entire thing with black craft paint, then painting the rocks with darker to lighter gray. Dry brush the road heavily with lighter tones of gray. I added sand flock off the camera in between the rocks. Now I'm adding tufts I made from rope strings, making sure to cover every spot. Covering the rest of the gaps and cracks with pebbles. And finally, it's time to attach the figure and the mech on the base. Thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumb up and share it with your friends. I'm always open for fresh ideas and your feedback. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for future videos. Until next time, take care.